This is WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist, and good morning, Columbus! You're listening to Big C in the morning. I am Big C. This is the show where it starts your Friday morning and your weekend early. And oh my goodness, I got some topics to talk about right now. But before we do go into those topics, I have a few housekeeping items to address. So it's a hot day in Columbus. It's now 82. The high is going to be 87. We've been getting a lot of hot days here in Columbus. It's been insane, people. Um, Other housekeeping items. On the last show, during the last 5 minutes on the last show, which was like in June, and there wasn't a show like last week because of Independence Day weekend, so the studio was shut down. Well, not shut down, but closed. So last show, during the last 5 minutes, when I was supposed to give my shout out to the frontline healthcare workers, during the break I muted my mic, but then after we came back from break, I forgot to unmute my mic, and oh my goodness, I was so upset about that, and I said some really good stuff, but here's what I'm gonna do. This week shout out it's the frontline healthcare workers, so I'm doing it over again so everybody can hear me and not hear my silent voice because honestly nobody really could hear what I was saying. So yeah, that, that I done goofed. I'll take acceptability. I will take credibility. I done goofed. I done goofed. Okay. So yeah, I done goofed. It was a big one, but it won't happen again. It was a rookie mistake. A rookie mistake. So yeah, you'll have some of those technical difficulties. And then another thing, finally, I would like to give two birthday shoutouts today because I know these two people, and I want to give a birthday shout out to my friend Emily, known her since high school, and a birthday shout out to B, also known as Brendan. Um, he's the guy that you know wins every time in like car racing, auto racing. So yeah, happy birthday, Emily. Happy birthday, Brendan. And now let's get in today's topics. So, our first topic is about injuries. Now, injuries have plagued us a lot in our youth and like now in the present. Injuries, they're not that fun. And I will agree to it. I will agree to the injuries because um I don't know if you could see, but you see that right there? That happened to me. That was an injury that happened to me, I think, 2 weeks ago. I was playing basketball with my friends, Eddie, Nick, and Brendan. And so we were playing like really tough and physical basketball. It was crazy. And like when we were running back to like the opponent's court to like play defense, um, I don't know what happened. I think I either tripped myself or somebody tripped me, and I hit the pavement like really quick. And what shockingly happened is my arm kind of skidded on the pavement, and I was like, oh, that was not good. That is like 10 times worse than turf burn. Like when you rub your skin on the turf when you're like playing football. I feel like it was like 10 times worse than turf burn. Like seriously, it is painful. Playing basketball on pavement is a little painful. So in about like 5 to 10 seconds it started bleeding. Um I had my friend Nick take me home because I was like too injured to continue basketball and like too injured to hang out more with my friends. And then like I got treated when I got home. It started to look a little bad, but then but then I put on like hydrogen peroxide and it started to clean up the wound really good. It's actually almost gone, which I'm thankful that it's almost gone. Oh, and shout out to Sonya T. It's good to hear from you, Sonya. Pretty cool. You could tune in. Glad you're watching the show. Yeah. So yeah, that was a pretty bad injury for me. I feel like it was like one of the worst injuries I've had, kind of. And that's kind of what this topic is. What are some of the craziest, silliest, or worst injuries you ever had? And you can type in your worst, silly, or craziest injury in the comments section here, and I'll read them here on the live. And yeah, Sonia again says, I was wondering what that scar was. Yeah, it's actually not a scar. It's a scab because um sometimes when you get like scrapes on your knees, legs, or arms, you get like scabs. And sometimes people pick their scabs. I don't know why they do that, but it's just not right. Don't pick your scabs. Just don't. Just don't. So yeah. Um Another injury I had. Um I think this was back when I was like either 5 or 6. I was playing video games downstairs. I was playing Spider-Man 2, the video game based off the movie, and oh man, if you could picture like video games back in like either 2005 and 2006 or maybe 2004 when it was all about that PlayStation 2, Xbox, maybe GameCube. Um I I was playing the good old PlayStation 2, Spider-Man 2. I was a little thirsty. I went upstairs to go get myself an apple juice because back then apple juice was my thing. And then when I went back down to the basement to play more Spider-Man 2, I accidentally missed a step and I fell down the stairs. I literally fell down the stairs. Every single one of them. But the miraculous thing about it is that I was totally fine. I didn't break any bones. I may have like a few cuts and bruises, but I didn't break any bones, didn't get a concussion. I was lucky. I don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna guess it was me drinking my milk. Because if you drink your milk, you will build strong bones and prevent your bones from being broken, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. So yeah. Let's see other injuries that I know of. Oh yeah, my dad. He broke his ankle back in 2013, I think. I don't know. Shout out to Sonya again. She says one of her dogs. She had a Rottweiler. He was running around, and her dog ran into her, and she hurt her ankle crack. Oh my goodness, that that had to be bad. She had surgery on her ankle, but it hasn't been the same since. I feel you, Sonya. I definitely feel you right there. Oh, and speaking of ankles, my dad back in 2013, he hurt his ankle. He like broke his ankle. So he was down in the basement, you know, sitting, watching TV, and then all of a sudden, me and my mom, we heard this like, we heard like this like a breaking sound, and like a loud thud, a loud like thud, and we could hear my dad like scream and wallow, ah. So we went down to the basement and we found my dad laying on the floor, and there was like broken glass and like blood. The broken glass and blood is when was when my dad broke a glass when he was like drinking a glass of water. He was drinking a glass of water, and then like here's how he fell. Like the chair he was sitting in, it broke. He fell, glass broke, and the glass like cut his arm. And then when we got him up, he put pressure on his like ankle, and he was like ow 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 ow. So yeah. Oh, my mom said broken cement blocks. Yeah. Basically, my dad built a table of broken cement blocks. That broke, and then I think that I don't know if that chair broke. I thought that chair broke. I'm pretty sure that chair broke. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that the broken cement blocks broke, the chair broke, my dad's glass broke, and his ankle broke. So yeah, he went to the doctor, found out it was a broken ankle. He got surgery on his ankle. And the sad thing about it, he missed my whole like 7th grade football season. But I'm glad he didn't see it because we went like 1-6 that year. We only won one game, and it was a shutout. It was like a shutout to our rival, like one of our rivals. We have like back in middle school, we had like 3 rivals. So yeah, but don't worry, my dad actually got to see my 8th grade football season, where we went 1-6 again and beat the same team again and shut them out again. But this time by 2 more points. Like we beat them. Like the first time we beat them, it was like 18-0, and then the second time 20-0. The only thing about that is we actually scored a 2-point conversion, which was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. Ah, man. Let's see. Any other injuries that I know of? Oh, yes. So this happened like this year with all this coronavirus stuff happening and all this, crazy things going on in the world. I have a friend in Texas. So he was just walking back home from hanging out with friends. He lost his footing and fell in a ditch in the middle, in like some road. Now, I want to know how he planned this out. Like, what was he thinking? What he could have just called one of his friends to take him home, or just said, "Hey, can someone give me a ride home?" But no, he decided he was gonna be tough and just walk all the way home, and like the place he was coming from was like not that far. It wasn't really that far. So I think it was like maybe 2 miles from his house, or a mile maybe. So he walked back from the place he was at to his home, lost his footing, fell in a ditch, and guess what? He too hurt his ankle. I think he either twisted it or he broke it. He actually had to call his wife to come pick him up. And let me tell you, his family was not happy with him. I actually know his family. His family is pretty nice, and he's pretty nice too. I've known him since like my childhood. Like I've known him since like I don't know, maybe 2004, 2003, I don't know. I forgot how long it was. But yeah, he broke or twisted his ankle falling down a ditch. I don't know how that happened, but it did. It did. So yeah, that was a thing that happened. But and like the next day, he didn't even go to a doctor. He didn't go to the doctor. No, no doctor. He did not go to a doctor. You know what he did? He took his like boot, like he took like a boot, like you put your leg in to like heal it, to like let it heal, like maybe after surgery or before surgery, like one of those big medical boots that looks like a spaceman's boot. He put that on and didn't go to the doctor. He thinks he could self-medicate him. If I broke my leg and I was like in so much pain, I wouldn't just put on a boot. I would go to a doctor to make sure everything is okay and not broken. Because I feel like if you broke a bone, it would hurt like a lot. Like in my lifetime, I've never broken a bone. I have gotten like scrapes, cuts, bruises, um, maybe maybe like a little like a lump on my head, like um, but yeah, I would just go to the doctor. Don't try to self medicate. Self medication is not that good. I would just go to the doctor and have him check that out. But I actually wanted to talk about a time in first grade where I suffered like a weird injury, but it hurt pretty bad. So this was in first grade. I was playing on the playground, and then forgot to turn off my phone. These robocallers. Sorry about that. But yeah. Um, I basically so in first grade I was playing on the playground, and then this kid grabs my coat and he turns me around and around and around, like I think about a couple of times. It was either like 4 or 5 times, and then he swung me into a metal pole, and I hit my forehead on the pole, and I cried like a little baby because I was in so much pain that it was like literally I thought I was going to die, but I didn't. I was a little overreacting, but honestly I feel like I was acting the right way, like perfect acting, like method acting. So yeah, so I went to the nurse, um, got an ice pack on it. My mom took me home that day because I was too injured, and I got like a large, like goosebump lump on my head, and it was pretty big. It was like one of those cartoons where you like Tom and Jerry, like whenever they get hit over the head, like a huge like lump just grows, like a huge long lump grows on the bottom of the head, like after they get hit with like a hammer or something or a baseball bat. It kind of looked almost like that, except it's in 3D, and Tom and Jerry is like 2D. So yeah, a 3D it was like a 3D lump was like a swollen um lump or goosebump, and and not like the ones you see on cartoons. So yeah, that's actually the injury I got, which was pretty painful. So yeah, another injury. This is another injury that I know about is one of my friends. Um, his name is Callan. I've known him all throughout my high school life, and we're still we're still friends. Crazy enough. Um, but he always trash talks when we're playing like Call of Duty or maybe Grand Theft Auto. So yeah. So my buddy Callan, one day he was playing with a glass bottle. I don't know why he was playing with a glass bottle, but he was. He was like playing with a glass bottle of what like a glass water bottle. I don't know who makes glass water bottles anymore. Maybe Fiji or maybe something else. I don't know. But he was playing with a glass water bottle. He was playing around with it, and then he missed the catch. Like when he was like flipping it around, and he missed the catch. It it crashed. Like it broke. It like smashed all to pieces. Like lots of glass everywhere, smashed into pieces. But he was like but he was like fine until like he looks in his shoe, and he sees blood coming out of his shoe because like he had really old shoes. He like I don't know what kind of shoes. I think it was like maybe Nike or Under Armour shoes. But his shoe, like his left shoe, developed a hole in it, and He took it off, and a piece of glass was sticking out his foot. It was, it went through the shoe, like the hole in the shoe, and then it went through the sock and went into his toe, like his big toe, and that hurt a lot. Excuse me. So yeah, he hurt his toe. He went to urgent care, got all stitched up. Um, but he said it wasn't the same after that. So like his toe, I think he could have. I think he said he could bend it, but it just didn't like it wasn't working like it was before that injury. Like in my first thought, I'm like, why would you play with a glass bottle? I mean, it could break. I mean, I've seen a lot of injuries where people play with like glass bottles, like throwing them at each other, trying to catch it. Um, and in the end, the glass breaks, and it cuts up their hands, their arms, their legs. It's just pretty ridiculous, people. Like, why would you play with glass bottles? Glass bottles are meant to be recycled and not for like, I don't know, carnival events. But actually, glass bottles are actually for carnival events. So don't play with glass bottles for like entertainment, because the next thing you'll like will happen to you is that you will be in the hospital, probably getting stitches. So PSA, people, don't play with glass bottles and don't try that at home, just to be safe. Okay, all right. So yeah, basically that injury sucked, and I felt Callan for that. Like I I I felt bad for him that it happened to him, but he really shouldn't have been playing with those glass bottles, man. What other injury do I know of? Oh yeah, I know one. This was also during my youth. So I was playing with I was playing with my neighbors. We were playing outside. We were playing like a bunch of sports like soccer, football, golf. Excuse me. And we were playing with we were playing golf, and yeah, excuse me for a second. I gotta get a water break. I actually brought water today. Yay! So yeah, basically we were playing golf, and my neighbor hit me in the mouth with a golf club. Like she was jeez, I don't know why I got the cough today. Probably because my throat is dry and I've been talking for like 20 minutes, but I want to get through the story. So, my neighbor hit me in the face with a golf club, and actually hurt. Made my mouth bleed. Excuse me. So it made my mouth bleed, and then I lost my I lost like one tooth in the process, but it was a baby tooth, so it grew back. And this happened like in either first or second grade. I really don't remember. But I believe it was like either first or second grade that it happened. So that was pretty painful. I mean, getting anything like excuse me, sorry. So yeah, getting like hit with anything in like your face, like a golf club, baseball bat, maybe even, I don't know, um, maybe even like a brick or something. Like, getting hit in the face does not feel good, people. It just does not feel good. I mean, if you get hit with something if you get hit in the face by something, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt pretty big time. So yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Um, it just I've been through so many injuries, but I believe my baseball injury, well, not my baseball injury, but my basketball injury was the worst of it. Like, seriously, it was pretty bad. I actually got sand in my eyes once when I was playing baseball. Like, I was trying to slide, and then some kid accidentally slid dirt into my eyes. It hurt. It hurt a lot, but sorry, but I was fine. I was pretty fine. So yeah, all's good. So yeah. All right. Well, I think we had enough talking about. I think we had enough talk about injuries today. So we're gonna take a really quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about food. Yeah, everybody likes food because food is delicious. You're listening to Big C in the Morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artists. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Tina Green, and I enjoy Ohio Media School because of the staff. They is really helpful and encouraging, and the students. What I plan on doing next is videographer and podcasts, and just working on my dreams and see where I go. Bye for now.
We are back on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist, and you are listening to Big C in the Morning. Yeah, that's good. All right, so our second topic today, we are going to be talking about food. Food in general, from like restaurants to like maybe food trucks to maybe like, I don't know, anywhere. Like anywhere. It could come from your family, or it could come from somebody you know. So, let's get into food, shall we? So, I've liked food all my life, ever since I was a child. I think the first ever food item I ever ate as a child was a hot dog. Now a lot of people don't really like hot dogs. Not a lot of people like hot dogs because I feel like people don't like hot dogs because of what's in them. Like one person can say like, "Hey, that hot dog has like I don't know, grass in it," or "Hey, that hot dog has dirt in it," or "That hot dog has leftover chicken wing," or maybe that hot dog has leftover bacon. Like people are really scared of what hot dogs are like what makes a hot dog. But we all know hot dogs are made from pork, which come from pigs. And I like a lot of pork items. I like sizzling bacon. I like to wake up in the morning smelling some sizzling bacon. I forget that Michael Scott quote from The Office. Like he said like I like waking up in the morning smelling bacon on my Foreman grill. I forget what that quote was. But yeah, smelling sizzling. I actually smell sizzling bacon every like Sunday sometimes. Like I'm sleeping and I smell bacon. I'm like, my mom's making bacon. So I have a really good sense of smell, people. I have a amazing sense of smell. Like I could smell like cookies from like a mile away. I can smell brownies from a mile away. I can smell a lot of things from a mile away. And it is just so it smells so good that I want it in my belly. I want it in my belly right now. Like cake. I want it now. I want cake now. It's really really delicious and good. So yeah. Um other food items that I like. Staying on the pork side, pulled pork sandwiches. Like have you ever gone to like a barbecue restaurant and they have like these tasty juicy pulled pork sandwiches? Mmm, delicious. I actually like City Barbecue pulled pork sandwiches because their pulled pork is pretty good. If you never had City Barbecue, I definitely recommend you go to City Barbecue for their pulled pork sandwiches. They are just so delicious, especially with the fries. If you get like the fries, oh man, they are just like fireworks in your mouth. Boom, sparkle, boom, boom, sparkle, sparkle, shine. That's how I feel on the fries on a City Barbecue. Speaking of fries, let's move to fries. um, McDonald's fries, they taste pretty good when they're like warm. I know my dad, he likes McDonald's fries warm, like hot and ready, and I have to agree with him. McDonald's fries are pretty good. They're pretty good. Um, Wendy's fries, they're pretty good as well. And I don't know what makes them good. Um, they actually had sea salt fries. I don't know if they still do sea salt, but back when like Wendy's didn't have sea salt, the fries were pretty good. But when they put sea salt on them, oh my goodness, it was tasty. The sea salt and like the fry just it's delicious. Like like imagine if imagine like the first thing you eat tasted like sunshine, rainbows, as well as a little bit of fireworks. Like it is pretty delicious. Pretty delicious. Wendy's fries, they're good. Burger King fries, they're okay. Um I like Burger King sometimes. Um but I don't really go there that often. I feel like it's the flame broil that like the flame boiled burgers, like they just they taste okay, but it feels like a multi-flavored burger. Like like a burger that's like flavored like burger, maybe a little bit mustard, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of banana, maybe a little coconut. It feels like one of those kind of one of those burgers, like a fruit burger. But I actually wanted to try out the the green Whopper, I think it was called, which was like 100% plant based. Like a plant based Whopper, it sounds pretty appetizing. Like a lot of plant based stuff sounds appetizing. I mean, it's pretty good. Well, I haven't tried it, but I'm guessing it's pretty good. Uh now back to the subject on fries. Fries. White Castle fries. They have those crinkle cut fries. I feel like they're pretty good too. Like White Castle fries with those White Castle sliders. Perfect combination for lunch. I've liked White Castle. I've always liked White Castle ever since I was like 5 or 4. I don't know. We always get like a crave case for the family. Like it's like 30 cheeseburgers. Like those cheeseburgers, man. Oh, delicious. They are so delicious. Um, and White Castle is we used to have like a White Castle restaurant on Morse Road, but that got closed down and built in front of built over it was like some kind of uh I don't know what that is. It's owned by the city of Columbus, but I don't know what it is. I think it's some kind of gassing station for like their trucks or something. I don't know. But yeah, I missed having McDonald's, not McDonald's, but White Castle on Morse Road. Yeah. Other fries, Raising Cane's, they got some pretty good fries. Crinkle cut fries, pretty good. I like a lot of fries. Fries are like the best side meal with your main meal. So yeah, we're gonna switch from fries to burgers right now because burgers, they're delicious. Um, my main burger that I get at like McDonald's has to be the Big Mac because the Big Mac is delicious. And I even that jingle gets in my head every time when I say Big Mac. To all beef, patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Like that jingle always gets in your head, and you crave a Big Mac for it. Even in commercials, like that showed like the Big Mac, you want it. And even like superstar athletes like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Chris Mullin, you'll be they are like holding Big Macs, and you're like, oh my goodness, I want a Big Mac right now because Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and Chris Mullin is eating a Big Mac. And honestly, I feel that too. I really want a Big Mac because these athletes are eating Big Macs. Even LeBron James and Dwight Howard were competing for Big Macs in I think it was like a Super Bowl commercial. Like, those commercials with like Larry Bird and Michael Jordan fighting over a Big Mac fries. How they're like making ridiculous shots. I like those commercials. I even like the one with LeBron and Dwight Howard. That was funny. And even at the end when Larry Bird is shown and he ate all the food. That was pretty funny too. I feel like we should see like more commercials of that. Like those are pretty good commercials. Um but yeah, every time I go to McDonald's, I get the main sandwich I get is a Big Mac. But sometimes I like to switch it up. Like I might get chicken McNuggets. Oh man, the chicken McNuggets. When you dip in the honey mustard sauce, delicious. Now I remember this one sauce used to be um that used to be on for McDonald's. Szechuan sauce. It was a sauce that was being promoted for the movie Mulan, Disney's Mulan, and back in like 1998 probably. So they released Szechuan sauce, and it was like I don't know what the sauce was made of, but everyone was craving that. Especially this TV show Rick and Morty. If you never saw it, I watched a few episodes and it's okay. by my standards, I've never seen a whole lot of Rick and Morty. I don't watch that a lot of TV often, mainly because I'm playing video games. So, yeah, Rick and Morty, they had a show on Szechuan sauce, and at the end, Rick says that he's gonna like every episode until like the sauce is released again. He was gonna need Szechuan sauce. But yeah, I never knew what Szechuan sauce tastes like. I never got a chance to taste it. So yeah, unless McDonald's brings it back for another limited time, we won't be able to I won't be able to know what it tastes like. It could taste like, you know, sunshine. It could taste like a barbecue sauce. It could taste like trash. I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah. Um Back to burgers. Wendy's. They got some pretty good burgers too. My dad always gets the Dave's Juicy Double with no onion. Um, I actually tried a Baconator once, and that was pretty good. It's like bunch of beef patties, bacon, some ketchup and mayo. And I think maybe cheese. I think there was cheese on it. But yeah, the Baconator, it is pretty good. Baconator is pretty good. But I always like the junior bacon cheeseburgers. Those are pretty nice. Like it's just bacon, cheese, tomato, lettuce, mayo. That is a pretty good combination. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. Now on the Burger King, Whoppers, they're pretty good. Um, I think well, I don't know when the first time I had a Whopper. I think that was like back in fifth grade, maybe fifth or fourth grade. I had a Whopper, and it tasted pretty good. And obviously, everybody likes Whoppers. I mean, but some people don't like Whoppers. I mean, I like Whoppers, but I think I prefer like either Wendy's or McDonald's burgers better. So yeah, sorry. Now for restaurants who have the best cheeseburgers, McDonald's, they have a pretty good cheeseburger. Wendy's, no, probably not. I mean, it's kind of good, but I prefer bacon on it. But Burger King cheeseburgers, I don't know about that. I don't think like Burger King cheeseburgers aren't that good. Yeah, they're just not good. Not good. Now on to other places. Pizza. Everyone likes pizza. If you don't, you're crazy. But pizza is delicious. It is cheese with tomato sauce, cooked from a 450-degree oven. It is good stuff. Good stuff. But I prefer like restaurant pizza over like, frozen pizza that you get at your grocery store. Because let me tell you something. Donato's pizza, it is pretty good. Donato's is that like edge to edge pizza kind. Like it's just cut into squares. You got like cheese, maybe pepperoni all over the whole pizza. Um, like so if you get like the works pizza, which is basically a supreme pizza, it's like um green peppers, mushrooms, sausage, pepperoni on the whole pizza, and oh my goodness, it is pretty good. I like the works. I always get the works when we have Donato's with like friends, family. It's a good time. And Donato's is actually an Ohio company, same as Wendy's. They've come from Ohio. They were born in Ohio. And Donato's has been going on with this pizza business for almost like 70 years. They were founded in 1963, and they're still going strong. Wait, I think I got my math wrong. Almost 60 years. Founded in 1963 plus 60 years would be 2023. So right now they would be 60. No, not 60. 57. Man, bad math on the air. I'm not very good at math. I used to be, but not right now. So yeah, they've been going on for 57 years, and I don't think Donato's will ever go away, ever. So yeah, Donato's pretty good pizza. Um, Another pizza place, Little Caesars. Now they're that Detroit style pizza. Um, I kind of like their pizza, but when you bite into it, like the cheese like comes off of the pizza, and all you taste is sauce for the rest of the pizza. Well, let me tell you, their cheese is pretty good, but honestly, you should have like the pizza, like the cheese on the pizza, stay on. Some pizza places need to get their cheese sticking on that pizza. If it's not, then what are you doing? What are you even doing making pizzas? Like seriously. And honestly, I think pizza making is pretty hard. I actually used to work at a pizza place, but like as a server, so I never really got to make a pizza. But I've made like a bunch of other items like salads and like spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah. So yeah, salads are pretty good. They're pretty healthy. Always like um lettuce and tomato, maybe some carrot, and a little bit of ranch dressing. Because ranch is pretty good, especially with pizza rolls. Like one of my friends used to dunk their pizza rolls into some ranch. I tried it out. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Also, a lot of people dunk their pizza in ranch. I personally wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to go with it, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Other pizza places, Pizza Hut, they're pretty good pizza, but their sauce, I don't know about their sauce. It tastes weird. I mean, I like pizza sauce in general, but their pizza sauce, I feel like it needs a little work. I just feel like it needs work. It needs some work. Now to the frozen pizzas. Red Baron. I don't like Red Baron pizza. Red Baron is, there's something wrong with Red Baron. Now Tombstone pizza, it's pretty good. It is pretty good. Like the cheese and all the toppings, they just taste like regular pizza. Especially like Kroger brand pizza with a rising crust. Oh, that is good. That is pretty good. I tried to eat a whole rising crust Kroger pizza. I only finished half because it was so good. It was so good. So yeah. Other pizzas. Tony's Pizza. Never really tried it, but it's meh. Um, some pizza places have subs, like Donato's. Donato's has subs, especially their Big Don sub. That is what I get. The Big Don sub is like a bunch of meat, some banana peppers, tomato, and there's like I don't know if there's secret sauce or it's something else, but I like the vinegar sauce or whatever they put on it because it tastes juicy and it tastes good. Subway, it's pretty good. Um, Subway, me and my parents sometimes get Subway, but sometimes we don't get Subway because we don't feel like eating subs. And they're pretty expensive, but I heard they brought back the $5 footlongs, which is pretty awesome. Maybe I should get a $5 footlong. But wait, I'm having something else for dinner. Oh well. Maybe next week. Maybe next week. Um, Jersey Mike subs, they're pretty good, especially their cookies. Chocolate chip cookies. I know my friend Montana works at Jersey Mike subs. I might have to go and get a sub from him, and maybe a chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes restaurants have chocolate chip cookies, and honestly, I feel like they just taste the same. Like, it's a chocolate chip cookie. How is it different? How is it really different? Now I could go on and on for talking about food, but unfortunately, we're gonna take a break. And when we come back, I'm shouting out all those frontline healthcare workers who are working this during this pandemic. So you're listening to Big C in the Morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. Now here is a song by T. Wong.
He strapped his boots on, 1 foot at a time, from the left to the right he gone. Keep it going on through the trenches, and it won't stop it no how. Even though they say he should be stopping, should be going down, down, down. He's on his way, he's on his way. He's got his hat full on and his mind so bright tonight. He's got a pocket full of lint, but he's feeling mighty rich, alright. He's on his journey now, journey now. He's on his journey now, journey now. He's on his journey now, journey now. He's on his journey now, and there ain't no stopping him, no stopping him right now. She strapped her bag on, she moved to the left as she bopped to a new song. They tell that girl, no, no, where you think you're going, going, going? I'm on my way up, 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 she said. Don't stop me now, and even if you try, there's no way I'm going down, down. She's got a hat full on and her mind so bright tonight. She's got a pocket full of lit, but she's feeling mighty rich, alright. She's on a journey now, journey now. She's on a journey now, journey now. She's on a journey now, journey now. She's on a journey now, and there ain't no stopping her, no stopping her right now. Hey, 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 hey. I strap my boots on, 1 foot at a time, from the left to the right I'm gone. Keep it going strong through the pitches of the dark. Stop it no how. Even though you think I should be stopping, should be going down, down, down. I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Got my hat full on and my mind so bright tonight. I got a pocket full of lint, but I'm feeling mighty rich, alright. I'm on my journey now, journey now. I'm on my journey now, journey now. I'm on my journey now, journey now. I'm on my journey now, and there ain't no stopping me, no stopping me right now.
We are back on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist, and this is Big C in the morning. And now for the Friday shout out to all those frontline healthcare workers who are working during this time of pandemic. Honestly, I feel like all of them have been doing a really spectacular job on treating all the people who have contracted corona and who are suffering from the effects of corona, and honestly, they are true warriors out there. They are the warriors of the medical field. And I know a lot of people that are nurses and doctors out there, and I know that they're tired. I know that they're like, going, like they're tired, exhausted, and they just want this thing to end. But there's going to be more cases. There's going to be more things concerning corona. So they go to work every day, spending time away from their family, and I just feel bad for them. But they have a job to do, and they're doing an amazing job. Like every single one of them, especially if they're like working in a hospital, emergency room, nursing home, rehabilitation center. My friend Maggie, who's a nurse, she is a nurse, and she recently her place of work had some COVID patients. She got tested for the virus, and thank the Lord that it came back negative. I pray for her safety so much because she's like one of my bestest friends of all time. And I'm always praying for her safety. I'm always praying for the safety for her family. I'm praying for everybody who's working during this time of pandemic for their safety, for their family. I mean, coronavirus is a pretty deadly disease. It is dangerous. Everyone thought it was like less dangerous than SARS. It's more dangerous than SARS. It's like really bigger than SARS. I mean, it's everywhere. It's in London, it's in China, it's in Japan, South Korea, Australia. They had some COVID-19 cases all over the world. It's a global pandemic. And I'm praying for every single nurse, doctor, healthcare worker in the world that they are safe, that they are always healthy. I pray for their families. I pray that every single one after this pandemic is done, I pray that they go home to their families and they get to hug their families, their husbands, their wives, their children, their parents, their grandparents. I really pray and hope that everyone gets to go home and relax after this is over, because we as Americans are going to get through this pandemic together, and we will never give up. So, yes, shout out to all the healthcare workers. Thank you for what you are doing. You are all awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, I did it. Nobody is going to mute me now because we have finished the show. It is over. Finally, I didn't dud goof this time. So thank you all for watching this brand new show. Now we're going to have a show next week, so make sure you tune in to WDG here. 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. here on the show. Big C in the morning. It's great. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be talking about new topics. So, this has been Big C in the morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. My name is Big C, and I am out of here. Yes. See y'all next week, everybody. Stay safe.